how's it going? So, a pre-episode note. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of freaking out. No, it's not drugs or anything like that. I just got all of the stuff for my TAing that I'm going to be doing in the fall at grad school, and suddenly it all feels really real, and I'm kind of freaked out about it. I mean, suddenly I've got all these books to read and paperwork to fill out. It doesn't really seem real. It's just a little strange. I mean, I knew it was going to happen, but it just feels real. More real than it did before, and that's just a little scary. I guess I'm gonna have to cut back on my Final Fantasy XIII to actually get some real work done. So anyway, the news! Okay, so I definitely already filmed this, but I'm going through and I was editing it, and I realized that every shot I kept getting closer to the camera, and I don't know why. So I'm refilming it, so please don't mind it if it's a little shorter than it might have been. I'm just a little angry that it was so freaking close to my face. It was really awkward. Anyway, in news. The first article that I read was all about Wikipedia and how, believe it or not, you can't trust everything you read online. Weird, I know, but there's a lot of pranksters who'll go on websites like Wikipedia where you can edit whatever you see and put in little, ludicrous facts and jokes, and it can take a long time for people to realize these mistakes. As weird as it may sound, maybe those encyclopedias that have been gathering dust on your bookshelf might be more reliable, albeit a little more difficult to use, than going to Google and seeing what you can find. The Supreme Court is still okay with the idea that people have the right to keep and bear arms, so people are expecting there to be a bunch of complaints about concerning various laws that are currently in action concerning guns. The laws that they think are going to be questioned include ones that determine how long you have to wait before you can actually pick up a gun and how often you can buy a gun, if guns have to be kept in safe lock boxes, that sort of thing. Got cancer? You should probably start moving pretty soon. No, I'm not talking about packing up all your stuff and getting to a different state or country or anything like that. I'm talking about going outside and getting some exercise. Recent research has shown that people who exercise more, even while who have especially those who have cancer, but anyone who doesn't have cancer should exercise too. But if you have cancer, you should exercise more because it helps, even during treatment, it helps you get better faster because you're staying in shape. You're not just amassing fat, you're getting muscle too. Down in Florida, people are looking at moving some 70,000 turtle eggs from the shore where they're buried and picking them up, moving them into incubators, and then letting them, develop before moving the baby turtles to the other side of the panhandle so that they can, have a better chance of survival than if they were to swim out into the oil-encrusted, infested, whatever you want to call it, the oil-filled waters on the one side. Mind you, they're still turtles, and turtles don't have the best survival rates, so they're still, a lot of them are still going to die, which is very sad because baby turtles are really adorable. But this will give them a better chance, A couple of months ago, Microsoft released a phone called the Kin, which is directed more at younger kids who are really tech savvy and who like to text. But Microsoft just recently, more recently, took it off the market because it was having really, really bad sales. But they're also looking at having a phone out soon that will have Windows 7 on it, so I guess they're gonna put more of their energy towards that than a phone that doesn't really sell. You know how when you go to the dentist when you were a little kid and they would have a goodie drawer and you could pick out a toy because you were good for going to the dentist and they were trying to not instill fear in you? Well, you've got to be careful with the toys you get. I guess that there was recently a recall on some toys from dentist's office that had cadmium in them. The toys, which did contain this toxic substance, included tiny metal footballs on rings, and then bracelets that had colorful beads on them and little charms either in the shape of a sun, moon, or butterfly. And if you happen to have any of these toys in your house, you should probably toss them because they are toxic, and you should not have toxic things in your house. So yeah, second filming of this. I hope that the video quality turns out better. I should really, you know, halfway through filming, check out a video and make sure everything's working, because this didn't work out so well. Also, there wasn't much excitement in the news that I found. My friend Steve was trying to get me to vlog about other things, but I didn't see any articles right away, and I didn't want to go digging, so I hope it was an exciting and informative episode. I learned a few things, I guess, so that's always good times. My name is Keps, and I approve this message.
People are just people, they should make you nervous. The world is everlasting, it's coming and it's going. If you don't toss your plastic, the streets won't be so plastic. And if you kiss somebody, then both of you'll get practice. The world is everlasting.